All right, let's look at the homework 9, problem number 6. All right, so we have this rational function and we want to find the x-intercept first. All right, so let's do that. To find the x-intercept, we set the whole function equal to 0. And to make the a fraction equal to 0, we have to make sure that the numerator is 0. Then we can just divide through by 5 to get x equals 0. Right, so x equals 0 is the x-intercept. Right, check the answer. Right, we got that. And we want to find the y-intercept. Y-intercept is actually easier. We just have to plug in x equals 0. But in this case, it's a 0 over 5, so it's going to be 0. Right, so y-intercept is also 5. 0. Alright, then check the answer. We got that. Alright, next one, and hit continue. Alright, so we want to find the domain of this function. Alright, so we have a fraction here. So we know that, fraction here. We know that we have to make sure that the denominator is non-zero. So in this case, denominator is x plus 5. And we say this cannot be equal to 0, right? Then to isolate x, we just subtract 5 from both sides. So you have x is not equal to negative 5, right? So we have that. Let's type it in. Right, domain is all real number except 4. So negative 5 is the only bad number. All right, so check the answer. We got that. Alright, then we want to find a vertical asymptote. Alright, so vertical asymptote. To find a vertical asymptote, first we cancel, if there's any common factor on top and bottom, cancel them all out. Alright, after that you set the denominator equal to 0. So if you set the denominator equal to 0, then we basically do the same thing here, subtract 5, so x equals negative 5. So this is going to be the vertical asymptote, right? So vertical asymptote is x equals negative 5. That's where the function graph blows up and blows down, right? So let's check the answer. All right, we got that. Alright, and we want to find the horizontal asymptote. Alright, so let's look at that. Alright, so to find the horizontal asymptote, you look at the power on top, which is 1 here, and the degree on the bottom is 1. When you have the same degree on top and bottom, what you do is you look for the leading coefficient, which is 5 on top and 1 on the bottom. So the horizontal asymptote is simply y equals 5 over 1, which is just 5. Alright, so y equals 5 is the horizontal asymptote. Alright, so you just type in y equals 5 here, then here. Check the answer. We got that. Alright, then hit continue. Alright, so we want to find the correct picture here. Alright, so we know that the vertical asymptote is at the negative 5. Alright, so A has that, B's not, C's not, and D's not. Alright, so actually D is. So it's between A and D. Alright, then horizontal asymptote is y equals 5. Alright, so this is probably 5 here. Alright, this is actually horizontal asymptote is negative. So A is the only reasonable picture. Alright, so let's check the answer. We got that. Alright, that's it. I hope that this was clear.